What's up, guys? Today we're going to do the early demo version of Sappy, or sometimes called the sad version. And this is just Kurt Cobain, sitting there with a tape recorder, probably by himself in his room. And some parts of the recording were a little bit rough, and it was kind of hard to make a lesson on. So I had to kind of find a balance between making something that would sound accurate and to also make something that was kind of consistent in itself. I didn't want to put like 1,000 little variations when he's just kind of relaxing, playing the chords a little bit freer. So hopefully you guys like the version I came up with, and either way, it's still going to be good picking practice for your right hand. So let's zoom in and do this. Okay, before we get going, if this is your first time here, make sure to hit subscribe. There's tons of stuff we're going to do, and check out some of the links down in my description. This song is in standard tuning. And for a lot of the song, we get to play that really cool riff that sounds like this. 3, 4... To start that off, we're going to play a power chord on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So that's nothing, 2, 4, 4, nothing, and nothing. But we are going to hit the open 2nd string. So holding that chord, I pick strings 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, 5, 2. Now that open B is in that chord that I showed you, the 2, 4, 4. So if you wanted to, you could just hold the chord and pick strings 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3 instead, but I think it does sound cooler if we do the open B. I think it sounds closer to the recording. After that, we're going to keep our first finger where it was, and we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and you just need to pick strings 6, 5, and then 2, back to 6, and we're going to slide to somewhere around the 5th fret. And then we're going to go into an E minor chord, so that would be 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. But right now we're only going to play strings 6, 5, 4, and then 6. So far the whole thing we have... And then we need to play a power chord on the 2nd fret of the 6th string, so that's 2, 4, 4, nothing, nothing, nothing. And we're going to pick strings 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 4. And then I slide that same shape onto the 3rd fret, so that's 3, 5, 5. And we pick strings 6, 5, 4, 6. And then I'm going to go down to an open A chord on the 5th string. So that's nothing, 0, 2, 2, nothing, and nothing. And we pick strings 5, 4, 3, 5. And when we play that chord, when we're playing the open notes, that can give you a little bit of time to switch the chord. So when we were on the chord right before it, right after I play that chord, I can hit the open string of the chord while I'm putting my fingers down on the chord, just to give me a little bit more time. And then that open string at the end can give us a little bit of time to get into the next repetition of the riff. So that last measure going back into the riff again would sound like this. Now, only the first couple of times that we play the riff are we going to put that little slide in there, though. So here's what the riff sounds like if we don't put the slide in it. 3, 4... So that's the riff that we get to play for most of the song. And right when he says, "You will think you're happy now," and then goes into "you're in a laundry room" part, we're going to switch and we're going to play a different part. And that part's going to sound like this. 3, 4. So we start off almost the same way. We're holding that same chord and we pick strings 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, but then 5, 4 this time. And then I go to that second chord and I pick strings 6, 5, 2, 6, 5, 2, 6, 4, open 4. Then we're on the E minor and we pick strings 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5. Then I go back to the power chord on the 3rd fret of the 6th string and I pick string 6, 5 and then the open on the 2nd string. Then I do that again, so string 6, 5, 2, 6, 2. Then we go back to the E minor chord and we're going to pick string 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 3, 6, 3. Back to the power chord on the 3rd fret and I'm going to pick it the same way as I did before. It was 6, 5, 2, 6, 5, 2, 6, 2. Back to the E minor, 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 3, 6, 3. Back to the power chord on the 3rd fret again, and we pick string 6, 5, 2, 6, 5, 2, and then I pick the 3rd fret on the 6th string, and then the open on the 6th string, and then we just hold a power chord on the 2nd fret of the 6th string. Alright, good job, that's both parts. After we ring out that chord, you're going to go back into the other part, and then when we go into the laundry room part for the second time, all we do is we extend it a little bit longer. We just do that E minor to the G, the power chord on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. We do that one extra time. And like I said in the beginning, it sounded like he was picking this a little bit more free. It didn't seem like he was being real strict with hitting the same exact notes every time. So if you want to, as long as you keep the rhythm kind of the same, if you want to hit some different notes in there, I think that would be fine. Let me know if you have any questions about this song, and if I were going to do another Nirvana song, let me know what song you think would be, the best one for me to do. If you're new here, and we try to improve by learning lots of new songs, and today I just wanted to remind you that it's okay to take some time just for you and for guitar. I think a lot of times people get stuck in the rut of their everyday lives between work and school, and it's important just to have some time just to play. Life is short. And guys, thanks a lot for liking and sharing this video for me, and check me out on social media, and I'll see you guys next time.